Why don't we start with introductions?
Hi, I'm an anarcho-communist, but you can just call me an anarchist, because I'm the only real kind.
Hi, I'm a white identitarian.
Oh, hello there. I'm anarcho-capitalist, but you can just call me ANCAP or anarchist right, as in the right anarchist.
Hello, I am communist. Real one, not revisionary. You may call me authoritarian left, or just status left, or just communist, real communist.
What turned you against the centrists?
To be honest, I'm sick of the world not changing.
Members of my ideology have a habit of telling the truth when society doesn't want to hear it, and then society not really doing much about it.
Worst case scenario, I'll just hide underground in my luxury bunker. Have you seen it? Oh, it is quite luxurious.
I am sick of boomers calling leftists liberals. We are very different. It's a blatant misunderstanding of political theory, and it means when I say liberals get the bullet, it means I get the bullet. But that's not what I mean at all.
And you're willing to work with the other political extremes to get rid of them?
As a leftist, I work with a communist sometimes. And as an anarchist, I work with the ANCAPs sometimes. So, I mean, those are the only people we're working with, though, right?
Unity is how we make change. Unity is how revolutions happen. The centrists refuse to unify. Maybe the extremists can unify better.
Of course. Wars are always profitable. That's why I'm letting my friends here use one of my 35 houses for free. What they don't know is that I'm going to be charging them rent at the end of the month.
Wait, what?
To be honest, I just like the idea of mass killing.
I just
want
to
to
get rid of the
centrists.
What are your thoughts on climate change?
If everybody just chilled out and had some LSD, we'd all be a lot closer to each other and the world.
Climate change is a myth. And if it's not a myth, then it's not as bad as people say. And if it is as bad as people say, then it will affect the poorer countries first and worse. And I hate poor countries, and I want to see them suffer, so I'll just grab some popcorn and watch.
The planet will continue to die until we overthrow capitalism, and then eat the rich dogs that control us.
Now listen, if we just let everybody buy a nuke, then we could completely counteract global warming with nuclear winter. Recreational nukes is the answer.
Thoughts on recreational drug use?
There will be no need for drugs in communist utopia. Everybody will be happy, productive member of society.
I think people should be able to do whatever drugs they want. Also, I want to do all the drugs. Put them all in my mouth. Also, we gotta get kids on LSD.
All drugs are degenerate, and the state should ban them. Except alcohol, for some reason. That's socially acceptable. I don't know.
All drugs should be legal, but for me, I'm thinking a mixture of nootropics to maximize my brain power, maybe some cocaine before a business deal. We gotta get kids on LSD!
Thoughts on slurs?
There is nothing wrong with a slur here and there, and there, and there, and there, and there, and pretty much all the time. I like making people feel small.
Just don't do it! It's not cool!
The only slurs I care about are ones we use against capitalist pigs.
So I'm selling N-word passes for $5 each, but for a season pass, only $50 entitles you to every slur imaginable. It's a great deal, and you can buy it from slurandcapistan.com.
Thoughts on freedom of speech?
Free speech is vitally important. It's the mechanism by which our society functions.
But what about the minorities that don't have the same privilege to speak as you do?
Yes, why don't we talk about how capitalism is destroying the planet?
Shh, no, not for you. You two don't get free speech.
Wait a second. Free speech? We're just giving it away? Somebody really needs to monetize this.
Okay, actually, you don't get free speech either.
It's quiet around here. No hierarchies to dismantle, no banks to throw a Molotov through the window of. Maybe I should just relax for a little bit. Nah, I'm just gonna beat up a white person.
What do you think of Jordan Peterson?
Well, what do you think I think of Jordan Peterson? The guy's a quack. He sells meaning by following hierarchy, but guess what? The hierarchy's right, and it's hurting minorities.
But can't following hierarchy give you purpose?
Yeah, it's a purpose based on a lie. Do you want some DMT after this, by the way?
Do you use drugs to deal with depression?
Yeah, I mean, have you tried being sober? It's hell, dude. We're all just dust in the wind, man. Dust in the wind.
Do you feel like you're depressed because you lack purpose and refuse to climb hierarchy?
People think that just because I want to tear down some unjust hierarchies, all of a sudden I've got no purpose in life. Well, maybe my purpose in life is tearing down unjust hierarchies. Maybe my purpose in life is defending the weak. Or Maybe my purpose in life is to just sit in this chair and do heroin all day. Whatever.
But can you blame people for finding meaning from conservative thinkers like Peterson?
Peterson is a Nazi. You think it's just a coincidence that the Nazi likes him?
He actually called him a cuckservative whose only use is making degenerates less degenerate.
Wait a second. We're working with the Nazi?
So, to be clear, I'm not going to be called a Nazi during this interview, am I?
Not if that isn't what you want to be called.
Okay, good. It's very annoying.
Can you see why people might call you one?
No, not really. It boils my blood when I hear someone call me something that I'm not.
So then, would you call someone by their preferred pronouns?
That's good. You may be the last to go, Jew boy.
Why do you want cultural homogeneity?
In order to be a nation, you need to have shared cultural values. Otherwise, you might get into disputes with the people that you share a place with.
Nazi,
What is it, Kami?
where is the sugar?
Oh, the sugar? I used it all.
That sugar was meant to be distributed equally amongst all people.
I will not apologize. The weak will get crushed by the strong. Now, my tea is the sweetest in all the household. Maybe even a little too sweet.
You scum!
I wanted the sugar, and so I took it. By force.
You create needless division within our ranks.
Your sympathy for the weak will be your undoing, Kami. Ugh, that is way too sweet. It's very simple, really. You take your values and you put them over here, and you take their values and you put them over here, and then you just smash them together like they're action figures and you see who wins.
What if undesirable people don't want to leave your country?
Well, that's where the state comes in. If people don't want to leave, then the state makes them leave.
Wouldn't that cause a civil war?
All these questions, listen, it'll work out, and either way, it's really more of an ideal to work towards than a concrete thing that we're trying to get.
So you're targeting minorities then?
No, not minorities. Well, not just minorities. We're also talking about the disabled, gypsies, the Jews. You know what I'm talking about, Shlomo. I see that schnoz.
Why not just divorce race from identity to avoid racial war?
Peace is overrated. You think identity plays no role in politics? Politics is nothing but identity. You think hierarchies are meaningless when they are everything.
What would you say to the people accusing you of wanting genocide?
I don't want genocide.
Then what do you want?
State-backed genocide.
You just said you wanted genocide.
Oh, did I say genocide? I meant... fuck it. I meant genocide.
Rations are low again today, comrade. I'm afraid we will not be able to eat food. I mean, I will though. I've got a state to run.
Some people think you're worse than the Nazis because you killed more people than them.
There is lots to unpack there.
Well, where do you want to start?
Okay, first of all, every period in human history has had famines. The capitalists love to blame communism for every one of the world's problems, but famines happen in capitalist systems also.
What about all the communist countries that turned into state capitalist ones?
I admit we've had some rocky patches, but people have never tried it with the infrastructure we have now. We could be living in a post-scarcity society where nobody has to work again.
Would you say that true communism has never been tried?
Duh, I would say that. I admire modern-day communism for its effort, but true communism will never be achieved as long as capitalism exists on this planet.
Do you want open borders like the left anarchists?
Me and my NCOM friend, we agree that there should eventually be open borders. I just think that first we must wipe out capitalism before we do that.
Are you culturally left or just economically left?
The Anarchitty and I are both culturally left. We just have different definitions of what culturally left means.
The Nazi is a racist.
Da!
The ANCAP is a racist.
Da!
The communist is a racist.
Now listen, you can't just go around calling everybody a racist.
To me, culturally left means we are all oppressed by capitalist dogs because we are all working class people. Doesn't matter your identity, we are bounded together by class. The Anarchitty thinks that identity is the most important thing. Some days the Anarchitty tells me that class struggle is an outdated concept. On those days, I want to class strangle them to death.
Are you an apologist for dictators like Mao and Stalin?
Stalin? No. Okay, well he had some good ideas.
Did you pay McDonald's their protection money yet? Ugh, they're going to nuke us again. Send them some slaves to tide them over. It's fine, we own the water of all neighboring settlements. We can just shut it off until they send us some more. This is really going to upset my 8-child wives, though. What? It's fine. I pay them for their time.
What does it mean to be an economically right-wing anarchist?
It means I want free market capitalism.
Some people think you can have free market capitalism within a strong state.
I disagree. I think as long as I'm paying taxes, I'm being robbed.
Where do you stand culturally?
People have a habit of getting a little too caught up in identity politics.
For the last time, you bigot, my pronouns are qui, quem.
I'm not calling you Quiquem.
You will call him Quiquem, or you will get the gulag.
I don't want you forcing him to use my pronouns. He should just do it.
Shh, not now. I am using you to look good.
I am not calling him Quiquem. What's next? He's gonna identify as an attack helicopter.
That is extremely offensive.
I know. Some of my best friends are copterkin.
Holy shit. Nope, not today.
Communists, Nazis, they're all populists, and they all want my money.
What about people who say that capitalism needs checks and balances to better serve humanity?
Those people are losers, and sore ones at that. The great thing about capitalism is that it encourages competition. The state crushes competition.
How do you get along with totalitarian right?
You know, there's a lot of talk about leftist infighting, but there's actually a lot of right-wing infighting as well.
How can you think that minorities and women are people?
Because they can make money.
Ooh, we'll just see what money gets you once you're surrounded by a bunch of savages who don't even use currency.
Anyways, I win. That'll be $500.
We were playing for money?
Yes!
Suka blocks. I've been trying to tell the people for so long that centrists are destroying the world that they are on.
The only people who agree is a fucking Nazi, an ANCAP and a tanky.
Suka blocks. I never wanted to work with statists. Gulag, you get the gulag first. But the state of this system's not the greatest.
Oh, shut the fuck up, please.
So I've got to do what is heinous. And work with people who are the lamest.
Hey, ANCAP, you got any kids that can dress in drag?
Yeah!
My enemies deserve death. But if they'll work with me, I guess I could put up with them for a bit till we're out of this shit. I could put up with them for a bit.
I've been trying to tell the people for so long that centrists are destroying the world that they are on. And if these are the only people that will agree, then that's fine with me. The centrists got to go. They got to go!
Personal vlog. The interviews went extremely well. The extremists have all congregated here in this house, and soon our mission will commence. The socialists, the libertarians, the conservatives, they will all become extreme. We just need to reach them before the centrists get to them. Soon, I will be a real political ideology.
Ooh, oh man, I am really getting into character for this Centricide series stuff. Wow.
I'm not a character, you dumb fuck! I'm 4 extremist ghosts possessing you! I long for the day your weak and ineffectual body is controlled entirely by my presence!
Wow. Oh geez, I am really disassociated today.